Hey guys, welcome back to JK Rants and Reviews. I'm John. This is Caleb. Today we're going to do some horror news, horror update news.
I fell.
And this might be...
Broke it. He broke it.
That's good.
Do your thing, cuz?
No.
You're gonna break the table.
And here we go.
There's lots of horror movie and horror TV show and horror remake and horror reimagining and horror. There's horror news. So we've got some updates on Saw. We've got some updates on Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween. A Nightmare on Elm Street is kind of news, but not really. Friday the 13th, Candyman. We've also got Resident Evil. So we'll start with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Apparently Legendary knocked a deal with Ryan and Andy Tohill to direct, which is news that we've officially got somebody tied to it. There's been speculation. I keep seeing some people say it's going to be a full-on reboot again. I've seen some people say it'll be a direct sequel to the first one, which we've already had twice. So I don't know where we're going to go. I feel like everybody's going to give things the Halloween treatment right now because it worked.
Yeah, I think, but they've done it recently enough. I think it's kind of played out. I mean, not that I don't want to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2, and there's no good ideas left in Hollywood. But I'm still down to see them. So, I mean, who's more the fool or the fool who follows?
I pity the fool. So what's next in order? Would that be...
Halloween.
Halloween Kills had a test screening and overwhelmingly positive feedback.
All thumbs up.
Rumor has it some of the people that went were not big fans of Halloween 2018, and they said this was their favorite sequel. I don't know if that's true or what. We'll call it speculation for now, but...
Right, no spoilers.
That's good news.
No spoilers. It's just, it's supposed to take everything we love about Halloween and double it. That's basically what we're going to put at it. I mean, that's not a spoiler. They're just supposed to take everything that's good about Halloween and double it.
Yeah.
So, very excited for that. So, from there, we go to Friday the 13th. And Friday the 13th, as you probably know if you're a horror fan, if you don't know, has been in lawyer and court limbo for years. And
it started with the game. Like, that's how people really started to find out, was Friday the 13th, the game, like, swept the nation. And everybody was playing it. And all of a sudden, we got an update from Gun Media that said we can no longer update the game. We're not going to add anything or take anything away. And we had maps on the way, Jason skins on the way, possible play modes on the way. And now it's kind of kept in this state of... we put in patches to make sure things work, and that's it. And everybody's upset because we never got Uber Jason, we never got the Grindel map. There was speculation about getting a New York City map, which would have been awesome.
That would have been cool. So, I mean, keeping our bias aside, we're hoping that the two parties come to an agreement this Thursday the 13th.
Yeah, it is Thursday the 13th.
Thursday
That's right.
the 13th. Yeah, I'm sure that was done on purpose. But yeah,
if I was scheduling, I would have done it on purpose.
I mean, they're missing out on a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, Friday the 13th had a good, in my opinion, and in our opinion, 2009's was really, really good.
It could have continued on that,
and they still can.
Of the films, of the slasher reboots that happened in that era, I feel like that at the time I didn't like the Friday the 13th reboot, but going back and rewatching them, it really was the strongest candidate for sequel material, and I would think that would be a good idea.
And it was a proper reboot.
Yeah. But they're having verbal arguments. I think they get like 8 or 12 minutes apiece.
Right. From what I understand, though, it's finally moving forward, or it's at least gaining ground. So that's good. Because there's money to be made and fans that want to see more. So, but in the meantime, we also appreciate the fans that are bringing us
fan films.
So we really appreciate
right
that.
And left and right.
So I hope they leave some creativity though for the Hollywood when they actually go to film the second one. But
I'm a little bit worried. Like, I think history's going to look back on the fans, and like there's going to be documentaries done about how there was a lull and all the fans just took up in arms and made their own movies. But I'm worried that with this, when it comes back, that's going to shut down a lot of these fan films. I think there's going to be cease and desist orders sent out. I think that people are going to see... I paint hockey masks sometimes. I think that we're going to see a change in that, like people did with Michael Myers masks.
Yeah.
I think some things are going to change once they get that moneymaker rolling again.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, so I really hope that they get Never Hike Alone in the Snow. Hope they get that out in time, because I'm really looking forward to that. And anybody else with your
Fall
projects.
Camp Blood. I'm really looking forward to that. Jason Rising.
So moving on to the next juggernaut, we have Nightmare on Elm Street. The Wes Craven estate is hearing pitches, and they are getting a lot from a lot of different people.
Yeah, it kind of went silent. The pitches, like, I guess Elijah Wood had an interview and said he did what he could, and we'll see.
The production company, his production company, yep.
Yeah, which I feel like after his Maniac, and after... You saw that version of Maniac.
No, I've been wanting to. I have not seen
man,
it yet.
it's I like it. I feel like people don't like it because it's not cool to like remakes, but I think it was actually pretty good. Seeing him in some of these horror movies and some of these horror comedies like Cooties, I think it could work. I think I could see him in it, and I can see his company working on it, and I want to see it.
So moving on to the next one would be Candyman.
Candyman. We still haven't heard a lot. We still haven't seen a trailer. We still have a fan-made poster that was knockoff of American Horror Story. And then we have a potential real poster. But I'm still excited. I haven't heard anything, and I've looked. Well,
it's weird because
I've lightly looked.
This is a movie that shouldn't come out of nowhere. Like, it needs to build up some hype.
Yeah, we need something. And I'm a little worried because I feel like we're getting close to the release date. I want to say June.
Saw comes out in May. That might be right.
Yeah,
that might be right. I think summer would probably be a good block time to release it. Yeah, I mean, with Jordan Peele, I mean, he crushed it in everything he's done so far. And with his name, I'm sure it's going to carry a lot of weight, and a lot of people are going to go see it.
The one thing I have heard is that Tony Todd is reprising his role, and that it might be a sequel to the original, again with the Halloween treatment here. I don't know if that's true, because I haven't seen it come from a specific source yet. I've just...
And he looks good, too. Like, in everything I've seen him in recently, what was it? Hellfest?
Oh, Hellfest?
Hellfest?
Yeah.
He looked good.
I really enjoyed Hellfest.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody hated it.
I know. Why are people bashing so much? I mean, could have been tweaked a little bit and tightened up a little, but it was a lot of fun.
It was a goofy, fun horror movie to turn your brain off to. It wasn't like Valentine.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I am really looking forward to that. Like we said in our previous video, it came out in kind of a bad time. It just missed the market. I'm really excited to see it.
Resident Evil. Again.
God, the first three are great. After that, it's like Saw.
No, the first two.
First two, okay, but 3 is watchable. 3 would have been a decent conclusion.
Funny.
Good action.
And I recently bought the box set because I hadn't seen past 3.
Oh.
And I watched about 15 minutes of each one past that and was like, no, I can't do this.
And
it
steadily got worse.
And it's the same method that was applied to Final Destination, that was applied to Saw. It was, okay, these make money, we need to pump them out as fast as we can and not focus on the story or the source material. Because let's face it, you may be a Resident Evil fan, but the movies did not completely follow the source material.
Right.
In fact, a lot of fans have a problem with it.
So if they're rebooting to go more towards the game, that might work.
And it's supposed to be a TV show on Netflix, which was news to me like 3 days ago. I had no idea that Netflix was getting it. And now I'm even more intrigued because I still need to watch The Witcher. But what they've done with Stranger Things, what they've done with even some of their like 30-minute comedy shows, it's pretty impressive that they have taken over the market.
So guys, we're not going to bring up Child's Play just because you probably already know about it, the TV series. We covered that in our previous videos.
Yeah.
It's still in the works. They are working on it. It's going to be on the Sci-Fi Channel. Moving on.
And the reboot's getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, well, I guess that's somewhat news that you probably already know.
Saw!
Holy jumping Jiminy.
Saw was a movie that came out of nowhere in my life. I remember being like 14, 15, and I was into slasher movies a lot, but I sat down with my cousin, I believe. He's like, hey, I got this movie, and we toss it in our VCR, and it Saw, and I fell in love. That first movie is so great. Like, arguably some of the acting is off, but for the setting, the budget, the story, I love that movie to this day.
Right, and it was the main thing that set it apart from the rest of them was not only quality, but it was simplicity.
It's nice to see the trailer that was released for Spiral seems to go back towards the original kind of vibe with kind of a Seven feel almost.
Seven, Training Day.
Yeah.
I mean,
It looks like it's going to take itself somewhat seriously as opposed to some of the later Saw sequels that were like, we're going to hire no-name actors and we are going to throw them in there and we're going to kill them as quick as we can and then we'll pump out another one next Halloween and hope for the best. They did a good job of trying to keep a story going, but they did a terrible job with everything.
Yeah, they just dropped the ball on it. They got too grand. The traps got too crazy and the quality dropped. But overall, I still really appreciate the franchise.
Yeah.
And I'm eager to see this new movie. I'm glad the trailer didn't show us too much.
Yeah, and I am still a little skeptical about the source. I mean, Chris Rock, but I mean, at the same time, I have enjoyed a lot of Chris Rock stuff throughout my life.
And a lot of comedy comes from dark places.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a good source for material.
Yeah.
And I mean, if the pitch was that good to go with it, I'm impressed.
Yeah, that they didn't even I think by the time he left the office, they were working out what they can do.
Right, because I don't remember the last time I saw him in anything.
Chris Rock?
Yeah.
He did a stand-up not too long ago. Him, Chris.
Okay, but movie-wise.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's been a minute. He looks good. Like, he is aging really well. Like, it's kind of hard. Maybe that's it. He doesn't look like a youngster, comedy, goofy guy anymore. He looks tough.
And I'm not going to lie, I've seen a lot of comments on the trailer going, oh, he's driving a 70s car, it must be in the 70s. No, Samuel L. Jackson is driving like a 2019 Charger. Or Challenger.
It's just trying to hit trying to hit some old feelings from other movies, like we said, like Training Day and stuff like that. The same thing that they're in the car talking about the wife. It's the same thing from Training Day.
I feel like we're going to see a lot more of what we saw in the first two movies, and it's going to be a little bit better balanced than the later sequels, which just get kooky.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I'm really looking forward to it, though. I really am.
We'll see. I mean, like we said, there's not a whole lot given away by the trailer, just enough to get you interested, and that's exactly what a trailer should do.
I've watched that trailer so many times now.
I think I've seen it 3 times, which isn't, a lot.
I'm probably in the double I'm in the double digits.
Pretty good. I love those actors, too. If you watch The Handmaid's Tale, his partner, Chris Rock's partner, is from The Handmaid's Tale, and he's really good in that show, so it's cool to see him in a movie. I haven't seen him in a whole lot else, so I don't know if this is like the beginning of his, breakout career or whatever. I don't know.
He's totally going to die really quick, though. He showed a picture of his family.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's not going to make it very long.
Nope.
There's lots of remakes. There's lots of reboots, and rumor has it that it's not going to be stopping on the horror train anytime too soon. I don't know. I'm both excited and cautious because they can't all be good. I still haven't seen Black Christmas because of the reviews.
Yep.
And that hurts me.
Anyway, guys, if you actually watched this whole video, we appreciate it. It wasn't supposed to be this long, but we just kept going because there's just so much news. So much stuff being rebooted. We'll see if it's any good.
There's so much happening, and it's scary because it's reboots of reboots.
Right.
Reboots.
Just come up with an original slasher, put some money behind it, some creative minds, and go. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure and like, comment, subscribe. Make sure and tell your friends, because you know how this works. They tell 2 friends.
They tell their friends.
They tell their friends. And so on. And so on. And so on. And then we can create more conversations, because y'all need to comment down below. Make sure and hit that notification bell so you can get some more R&R. Until next time, JK out.
God, how long do you think it'll be until they remake The Omen again?